Even if it's only for receiving. I shall certainly have one of you. Consider yourself under surveillance.
So what's new, man? You silly.
Following heartbreaking losses, EastEnders star Natalie Cassidy shares a profound life lesson. At 41, she discusses her new podcast, Life with Nat, where she connects with the public and remains grounded despite her fame. She also reflects on grief, her career, and the possibility of joining I'm a Celeb. Following heartbreaking losses, EastEnders great Natalie Cassidy shares a profound life lesson. Here, 41-year-old EastEnder Natalie Cassidy discusses surviving loss, her popular new podcast Life with Nat, and the likelihood that she will go on I'm a Celeb. Tell us about Life with Nat, your podcast. After all, isn't the title the hint? It is, in fact. I've had this idea for a few years now. If you'd like, call it my baby. It's the first professional action I've taken that I have total control over. It makes me feel quite powerful. I wanted something about the general public for the general public because I enjoy interacting with people. I am pretty normal, people have known me for a very long time. I don't consider myself to be a celebrity, I just work. 12:06 a.m. on May 23, 2024 Apu, 73 AR last news from DUI. 12:06 a.m. on May 23, 2024 Apu, a reunion between Danny Dyer and Kelly Bright and the return of EastEnders icons Mick and Linda Carter. Our hearts can't handle the reunion of Danny Dyer and Kelly Bright. Before Danny Dyer decided to quit the show in 2022, the legendary soap opera actors worked together for 10 years as Mick and Linda Carter. After jumping into the water to save his true love, Linda, Mick made a dramatic Christmas Day escape. He never came back, and it is now assumed that he is dead. Like Linda, many EastEnders viewers have been grieving Mick's passing, with ardent Melinda supporters yearning for their return. Thankfully, Kelly, the actress, surprised them on social media by posting a picture of herself with Danny. Along with the selfie, she added, "A little photo of me and Danny Dyer for all the Mick and Linda fans out there," and included 2 love hearts as emojis. As expected, admirers of the adored pair poured their happiness for the reunion into the comments. One fan said, "Oh, I am sobbing," and another said, "Melinda has my heart forever." Naturally, there were a ton of comments pleading for Mick to come back. Many were so eager to see Mick and Linda's happily ever after. They very nearly got just that in 2022, when after months of being separated, Mick and Linda finally declared their love for one another just before embarking on their fateful vehicle chase. But alas, it was not to be, and Linda is now left grieving for her childhood beloved and juggling a host of other problems, such as the reappearance of her former lover, rapist Dean Wicks, Matt D'Angelo, and the reality that she is now a murderer. Danny's career, meantime, has continued to grow after his departure, and the actor has acted in several different productions. Is there a possibility that Mick and Linda may reunite in the show with everything that is going on? All we can do right now is hope. Whitney from EastEnders makes a significant choice in an early iPlayer release. In the most recent episode of the show, Whitney Dean of EastEnders made a significant decision regarding her future. After learning that Zach Hudson had cheated on her with Lauren Branning, she called it quits on him on their wedding day in yesterday's episode. In the most recent installment, Whitney had some much-needed consolation during a trying time when she received Peach's baby loss certificate in the mail, a long-overdue acknowledgement that made her happy. When Whitney went to Sharon's house to deliver Zach the certificate, she told Zach that their relationship wasn't going to work out in spite of Martin's encouragement. Together, Zach and Whitney went to register Dolly's birth, and when Whitney got back, she told her ex-boyfriend Callum that it was such a lovely moment, but she wished things had gone differently. Things were tight between the two as Whitney dug up their complex past, starting with Bianca picking a pointless quarrel with Callum and then expressing her disapproval over Whitney leaving Dolly with Zach. Whitney later expressed regret to her stepmother, but she insisted that she had to make all of her own decisions, including whether or not to talk to Lauren. When they got together at the Vic to really discuss things, Lauren claimed that Zach's betrayal of her was pointless because they were both going through difficult times at the same time. Whitney, however, declared that Lauren was dead to her and that their friendship would never recover, even going so far as to say that Lauren was exactly like her father, Max. A heated argument broke out during their polite talk, and Whitney threatened to fling a drink in Lauren's face before changing her mind, though Bianca was more than willing to do it for her. Later, when Whitney confided in Callum about her circumstances, he reassured her that she possesses the strength to raise Dolly on her own and urged her to follow her own path. After giving it some thought, she went back home to inform Britney and Bianca of the exciting news that she would be leaving Walford. She told Britney, "It might be a new beginning. Just you, Dolly, and me, get away from all the mess." A choice was taken at that time. We will permanently depart from Walford. Will Whitney leave Albert Square in this manner, or will there be one more surprise? Please subscribe our channel.